Hello and welcome into the After Hours. I'm your host, Stephen Ruffing, and it's a very special night because it's our 30th episode that we're doing. It's going to be an hour long, so it's an hour of hearing our voices. I'm with Brett Dice, Cheyenne White, and Matt Hagee, of course. Guys, how are you guys doing?
Oh, wonderful. How are you, Steve?
Again, Brett.
Hey, I
Been a
know,
while.
right? It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. I actually kind of got you guys mixed up for a second.
I know.
I was about to say
it's a
Cheyenne
weird,
White.
uncanny thing that happens every
I didn't
week.
get the memo. I didn't get the
Yeah, me and Matt didn't get the super casual, laid-back memo. So
Sorry about it.
yeah, backwards hat, super cool.
I'll remember to CC
sleeve-
you in the email next time.
Sleeves rolled
Wait,
up.
We're sending emails now?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't check
Brett,
my
did
email.
you set up the folders again?
All right. So before we go off on a tangent, we have a couple stories for you guys, and we're gonna make our way down to Florida, of course. We always have to, it seems like. It's kind of a cool story. Florida dad lets his 4-year-old daughter tattoo a strawberry on his arm, and we do have a picture of it. Actually, it's a really good representation of a strawberry.
Oh. Sorry. It's like,
I thought it was pretty cool. I mean,
it kind of looks like a tomato, but, I could see a strawberry.
yeah, I can see a strawberry.
Yeah.
If it just added some seeds to it, yeah, definitely a strawberry.
You think she went back and added the seeds after this picture was taken?
Probably
No.
not.
Just like jamming the
Yeah.
tattoo gun into her dad's arm?
4-year-olds don't really tend to think about adding seeds when they're usually doing their tattoo drawings.
Yeah.
So,
Well, she needs a lot to learn then.
well, yeah, of course. But I mean, he got a lot of heat for this on Facebook. Facebook moms were in full effect that day because they did not like this guy having his daughter give him a tattoo. I mean, what do you guys think? Is this wrong? Is it cool? Is it
No, I don't think it's any of their business.
right?
Like,
yeah,
I mean, I probably wouldn't let a kid tattoo me, but
right.
I'm not going to stop somebody else from letting them, get tattooed by their kid. I mean, it's a cool thing for the kid. I mean,
Yeah,
at least, that little girl's going to grow up and she's going to be like, yeah, I tattooed my dad once. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, then the dad's gonna go, look at this tattoo. My kid is like, it's awful. I don't know, it's a tomato, is it a strawberry?
I can't believe something do this. But
No, I think it's a pretty cool thing to do. The father said, Brad Belomo, he said, he said this on Facebook. He has a lil wobbly, L-I''L, wobbly, but she did great and it's still cute. So I mean, I guess that's a little sappy, but it is cool. I kind of like that, but I totally agree that the Facebook moms
yeah.
were. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they had any. They shouldn't have did what they. Okay, I didn't see this part, so we'll move on to the next story soon. But the picture was reported for graphic violence.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that.
yeah.
Okay, that's a little over
Yeah.
the top.
I don't know. Macaroni art really threatens me sometimes.
But I don't know. It was. I thought a pretty cool story. I give the guy credit, and I did give the daughter credit, I guess, too,
Father of
for
the
giving
year.
her first tattoo. Not a lot of 4-year-olds can say they gave their dad a tattoo. But so we're gonna move from Florida. We're gonna go up to Wisconsin during a football game between the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts. The title of this article I found was "Mischievous Streaking Squirrel Interrupts NFL Game."
Whoa.
I don't understand.
Whoa.
Put some clothes on that thing.
Yeah, seriously. Don't worry. I think someone did put clothes on that thing.
A couple years ago, when the St. Louis Cardinals won their last World Series,
Tell me that is not the most amazing thing you've ever seen.
didn't help them win though, that's for sure. But a couple years ago, the Cardinals were playing the Phillies in the playoffs, and Phillies in the playoffs. I know it feels like 10 years ago, but the squirrel ran out in the middle of an at-bat behind the umpire, and the Cardinals rallied around it and called it the rally squirrel. And I wonder if that's the same one.
It probably
Bet you
is.
it is,
Has to
yeah.
be.
I mean, usually
It travels to
yeah,
professional
it's like
sport
the
games.
the
It's got a
infamous
hobby.
the infamous streaking squirrel. I mean, it's what it is. But I thought that was a pretty fun little add-on there. But the the daring squirrel made its way over to the Packers sideline, where photos show several mesmerized players attempting to lure the squirrel and trap it underneath their helmets. Tell me that's
There's also like, if you think about a football helmet, there's a huge opening in it. Like these guys are not even thinking. Like as soon as that squirrel got into the helmet, it would be like, all right, see you later.
Well, it's not even, some will have the visor on their helmet, but even like the spaces in the face mask, a squirrel can fit through that. I mean, they can fit into little places. Now, if you're on the Green Bay Packers, or I think it was the Colts, they ran over. No, it was the Packers sideline. If you're on the Packers, what is your way to approach this daring squirrel?
Imagine Clay Matthews in there, the linebacker. He's like going in, and with his luscious blonde hair. And he trying, and maybe he distracts it with the hair and catches it in his hair and puts it in the helmet. I don't know, but you use hair to your advantage.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, it's surprised the squirrel didn't scatter up his body.
Well, here's a fun fact: squirrels love hair. Did you know that?
Really?
No, I'm just joking.
You
I have no idea.
Remember that?
I'm not up on my squirrel facts.
But how would you go about this? What are you doing with this daring squirrel?
I'd use one of those, the gallon Gatorade. Just dump it out, and then go for the squirrel. Why not?
His athletic trainers made that Gatorade bottle for all, that Gatorade jug for all the players to drink. And
listen,
you're gonna waste it. That they're hard work.
If it's good enough to dump on a coach, it's good enough to hold a squirrel.
I completely agree.
Well, I do too, but that was at the end of the game. But
right, I mean,
yeah.
But,
I don't know. I used to be an athletic training major, so I'm just very.
Cheyenne, I know your passion for squirrels. If you're on the sideline during this, are you saving the squirrel? Like, what are you doing with it?
Oh,
you tucking it under your jersey?
Listen, you should absolutely save the squirrel. But listen, the thing is, this is not an average squirrel. This is a daring squirrel. You have to entice it with other more daring things. You like whisper to it. You're like, let's go climb the Empire State Building. Just let's go rock climbing. Come
when
here.
I toss it over to you, I knew there was going to be just something absolutely ridiculous from it. But any final thoughts on this mischievous daring squirrel?
What if it could fly? If it was one of those
flying 100%.
Squirrels. Because, it could be like with the Richmond Flying Squirrels, the minor league baseball team. But yeah, squirrels in sports is something that I wouldn't mind seeing more of.
Yeah, I mean, why not just do some like squirrel sports?
Keeps everybody on their toes.
Right,
like the Puppy Bowl, but with squirrels.
But with squirrels, I don't know. First, we'd have to domesticate squirrels, but we're gonna go on our final story. What is it? A python steals a $500 man. No, definitely read that wrong. A man steals a $500 snake from a Long Island pet store. So clearly he didn't want to pay the $500 for a ball python. It comes from Africa. It's a different genetic morph that's worth a little bit more money. So yeah. So okay. All right. So that was just my basic knowledge of ball pythons. So they said he's a regular at this pet store. He has snakes. He buys snake food, but he was scoping this pet store out. He wanted that ball python.
If you're a regular at this store, I don't know why you would want to throw away everything you've built with the managers of the store by stealing their python.
Long building relationship, and then they grabbed the snake and he took it out. So I just steal the whole snake there, but the pythons, they bite. I mean, I can see that it's probably
it's not so much they bite. No, definitely not. You have to carry a ball python. They don't. I mean, I don't know how big they are. I don't snakes. Yeah, they're about this big, this tall. This big, yeah, but I don't. It doesn't say. All it says is they interviewed the clerk, Rich Shannon. He says, I was throwing out trash in the back. He came in, and with those few minutes, he took the snake. Minutes. This guy minutes took a ball python.
He had to train for it.
What you're saying is man saw an opportunity and he took it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, but minutes, Brett.
I mean, I'm saying, he saw an opening. He was probably planning this for a long time, Steve.
Well, duh. Maybe he doesn't even have snakes. Maybe he's just going in there and just scoping out the,
Whoa.
Hey, you miss every shot you don't take. So
Exactly.
that's what sometimes what it boils down to.
You know what? The real kicker in this is that he still has the snake. Oh, yeah.
He
has the snake.
What?
Oh, yeah. He has the snake.
Can you say that one more time for me?
He has the snake. Look at. Okay, so it wasn't. Take a look at that picture. Look at that, just out. Like, if you're stealing a snake, you're wearing. If you're stealing that steak,
Stealing the snake.
you're wearing that outfit. That is a snake thief outfit. But okay, so the owner. His last name is Vaughn. I can't find his.
Miller?
The last name is Vaughn.
Oh, okay.
He goes step by step what exactly this snake thief should do. Okay, so listen closely. If you ever steal a snake, this is what you have to do. The first thing he should do is come back to the shop. Pretty clear. Yeah, good. Come back to the shop. Step 1. Return the animal. Pretty common, right? And pray he doesn't get prosecuted. I just thought that was great because he stole the snake, and if he's already come back to the shop apologizing and returning the animal, does he really need to get prosecuted? Maybe he just wanted to take the snake out for a night around town or something.
He could see if he could pull it all off.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, oh, I have no use for this. I just wanted to prove all my haters wrong.
Right, exactly. And let's be honest, that picture got out. We couldn't get a good look at his face. It's a it's a $500 ball python. But let's be honest, that is not on the cops' first priority.
But let me ask this: if they know he was a regular of the pet shop,
Yeah.
why don't they just go to his house, ask for the
Just
snake
because you're a regular at a shop doesn't
I
mean
mean,
they
like,
know
you
where
know-
you live.
No, I'm saying knows his name, right? You think?
Well, you
At
would know
least-
you would know his name, but it's not like the manager's a regular at his house. You do have to think about that.
That is true, Steve. I guess.
So yeah, I'm just gonna
Leave it at
cut you guys off there. We're gonna take a quick break. Stay tuned for some more juicy things here on After Hours. Stay tuned.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
You go and step out of the vehicle for me?
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the Cal U student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
Welcome back into After Hours. I am not usually on the set. I'm usually behind the scenes back there directing and whatnot. Usually you'd come up with Steve or Matt right now. But the reason we're here is we're going to introduce a video since we've been on for now 30 episodes. Matt, you made this. Tell us a little bit about it real quick.
Well, if you remember a couple episodes ago, I made the 1 year of After Hours special. And in this video, there's still going to be some clips from the first After Hours video, best of After Hours video I made, because let's be honest, some things on that was just straight gold I couldn't take off. However, since new episodes are being recorded and looking back at some other old episodes, I found some things that I didn't put on the best of After Hours that I think everybody's going to enjoy with this one.
I hope so. All right, let's roll it. And welcome into the very first edition of After Hours here on CUTV. This is a late night type of show, topical, you know, just your best buddies here with you.
Welcome back to the Super Bowl edition of After Hours. I am Stephen Ruffing, and alongside me is my 3 puppy monkey babies.
They shouldn't have run this play because
Yeah, I am still here.
with it, but you're right. I think I'll be tempted to see Jumanji. I think I will see it eventually because Jumanji was one of my favorite movies growing up. But oh, that's nice. That was good. Somebody called me next Kevin Love.
This is crazy.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve.
What are you guys? Dude,
Oh,
we're
just
talking.
talk slow.
What are you guys doing?
What?
We're having a.
Yeah, we're just having
After
fun.
Hours is gonna start. Dude,
Oh,
have.
we never start on time, Steve.
No, we're going live tonight.
Oh gosh.
Come on. Oh my dude, what?
This dinosaur jumps over cactuses.
I'm calling it for that one.
Welcome into our first ever edition of Live After Hours. I'm Ryan Kaufman, along with my esteemed panel of nuclear physicists. We have Mike Mays, Cheyenne White, Matt Hagee, Anthony DiAgostino striking a pose wearing stage crew clothes, and Stephen Ruffing. Hi guys, we're live.
I'm not 100% sure. They just, a fire started. It said, when the patient's intestinal gas leaked into the space of the operation room, it ignited with the irradiation. It
happened in Japan, so it's.
And the burning spread, eventually reaching the surgical drape and causing the fire. So it ignited, caught the drape on fire, and everything just kind of went from there.
Radio TV. What do you call a person who studies biology?
Biologist.
Yes. Team 2, 4.
So, you see my time yet? Nah, dude.
Yeah, I can't find it anywhere. Sure you haven't seen it anywhere?
I'm on Twitter.
Dude, we're about to do the show.
When?
Like, a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Can't find my tie anywhere.
Good luck, dude. I don't know where it is.
If you see it, just tell me.
All right.
He has just run off set because I told him the wrong time. He has a radio show to attend to. So, whoops.
Wow.
So, we're going to talk a little bit about the pictures we just saw and less on what we just... Well, that's the fastest I've seen Anthony run in a while. So, it's a good thing this is YouTube. We have unlimited time. Sorry, Anthony, if you're watching. I didn't.
I forgot. I was like, why is he running off this? Long. I really love Madden, and I think that's why I'm the best Madden player.
There is absolutely no way that you're better than me. I beat Mike 62
Mike.
to nothing.
You beat Mike. Man, nobody can beat me. Nobody can beat me. That's why I'd say I got all the best players. All my players have the highest stats, and I can beat anyone.
You probably make them all your best stats.
No.
You probably
That's
rank
how
your
they,
team
That's
up.
how they're on the team.
There is no way that you're better than me at Madden.
No, I would totally beat you.
I
Oh
can
my
take
God,
on
I
with
would-
any team in the
throw you
NFL.
down. I would just throw Hail Marys and
I
dimes
can
on
throw
you.
passes all over the field, and you can't.
Hello there. It's another beautiful evening here in California, Pennsylvania, but in the political world, it is not all peaches and cream, as Jeb Bush, the beloved baby brother of George W. Bush, the beloved son of Barbara and George H.W. Bush, has dropped out of the presidential race. But, Jeb, it's not all bad. California University of Pennsylvania is looking for a president, so stop on by. Now, all we have to do is get Hillary Clinton to drop out. So while we're waiting for that, sit back, relax, and watch an episode of your favorite college television show, After Hours. Just take the escalator.
Is it Lil Wayne?
I'm sorry, it is not. Mike Mays.
Justin Bieber? No! Wait, was that an option?
Chris Brown.
Yes, you're right.
Good night.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
You go and step out of the vehicle for me?
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the Cal U student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
CUTV News Center is California University of Pennsylvania's award-winning student television newscast, your source for live, local, late-breaking news. Forecasts from the Cal U Weather Center, the region's latest entertainment news, Vulcan sports highlights and regional scoreboards, with television news coverage you can't get anywhere else. Watch it live Thursdays on CUTV and on demand. CUTV News Center, online all the time.
And welcome back to After Hours at 30. And now it's time to talk. We're going to dive into some sport ball. Well, more specifically, college football. And another week going by of exciting college football action. And I'm here to break it down with my two good friends over to the left of me, Danny Beck and Anthony D'Agostino. Guys, another great week of college football, which means new rankings. And we're going to break that down. But first, before we go over that, we're going to dive into our two highlight packages of the two games that stood out the most in this past week. So let's dive right into it. They're both from the SEC. Let's start in here. Man steals 500. Oh, wait. Wrong story. We're going to start Texas A&M, Mississippi State here. Now, guys, Texas A&M got the number 4 ranking, the college football playoff first rankings, and we were all kind of not happy with that. And they needed to prove themselves. They went on the road to Mississippi State in Starkville, Mississippi, and right here, first play of the game, Mississippi State, you want to make a statement? Well, Nick Fitzgerald, quarterback for the Bulldogs, goes right up the gut, 70 yards for the touchdown. I mean, I can't believe a quarterback that quick. It's surprising, you know?
Yeah, and he's young too. I believe he's a sophomore?
That's right.
So, I mean, that's basically me out there on the field. I'm not going to blow or anything. But, yeah, no, he's strong, and he put them on the board early.
He's no Dak Prescott, but he's still trying to get Mississippi State back to prominence. And then look at this. Great throw there to get Mississippi State, and suddenly they're up 21-7. Anthony, you're thinking here, Texas A&M kind of looking at those rankings and a little clouding them.
Yeah, I mean, I was in shock as the score is unfolding, and you see Texas A&M trying to heave it down the field, and that was a beautiful throw, though, by Texas A&M. Both quarterbacks throwing it on the money, which is what they need to continue on. But, I mean, this Mississippi State team, was playing the spoiler here, and that was a beautiful tip drill and
Ended
pick
the
there.
game right there.
And the Mississippi State pulled off the upset and kind of showed everyone that Texas A&M's true colors, in my opinion.
Yeah, at that ranking, it's almost kind of like some karma going along there. They had those. They got upset by Mississippi State. I believe that was Mississippi State's first time at home beating Texas A&M, and since Texas A&M joined the SEC. So A&M goes down. Mississippi State gets the big win. And when you're playing, you have a couple losses on your record. It's time to play spoiler, and Mississippi State did a great job. And our good frat pal, Damon Matson, in grad school at Mississippi State, I was talking to him a little bit. He was really excited. The campus was excited as well. So let's stay in the SEC. The premier game was Saturday night in Death Valley, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Alabama and LSU, number 1 team. Everybody's thinking, if there is a team that could beat Alabama in the regular season, this is the team. And early on, guys, this was a defensive struggle. LSU's holding their own there. They got a pick on the first drive.
Yeah, we were watching the score, and it was 0-0 for the longest time. That man right there, he's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
So they're the young players just taking over the college football world by storm.
And it took until the fourth quarter to finally get a score. And you see that right there, the QB just running in, great blocking down the field too. I mean, this Alabama team is good, but this LSU team was definitely trying to play spoiler, and they did a good job attempting to win the game. But Alabama just holding on for the win, and it was good to see that Alabama had to play well in this game in order to win this game.
Well, and in LSU, too, that's not an easy play. That's probably one of the toughest places, if not the toughest place to win. That place is loud. I'd love to, for any college football big-time fan that wants to go around, that has to be on your bucket list to go into Death Valley. But you were mentioning about the quarterback, Jalen Hurts there. He's a freshman. He wasn't even the starter in the first game of the season against USC, but then he took over the role, and he's hit the ground running ever since. And something about guys who are number 2 playing for Alabama, Derrick Henry just last year, but Alabama can finally build themselves around a quarterback. And I mean, their defensive line, we'll talk about in a little bit of how good they are. But LSU, credit to them. If only they had a quarterback, held them back. But Ed Orgeron took over after they fired Les Miles mid-season. I thought that was a really harsh move. I don't think that should happen. But credit him to get LSU's defense fired up to play. And they challenged Alabama, and LSU still has a chance to really climb their way back up into a respectable bowl game. But Alabama just keeps rolling,
Yeah, Nick Saban, he knows what to do with his players. Jalen Hurts, he's one of those guys that you put them out on the field, just like Derrick Henry, as you were saying, you put them on the field, they're going to show that they deserve to be on that field. A young player like that, you don't really see much, a lot of maturity out of a young player that early in college football, and it's great to see that you see that this year.
Anthony, and he prides himself on his defense, and he always prides himself on his defense, and that front seven is unbelievable, and it showed against LSU.
Oh, definitely. You saw it was a defensive battle the entire way through, both LSU and Alabama, but Alabama the most in that LSU would try to drive down the field, and then all of a sudden this front seven just goes right through the line, and credit to them, they're fast. They get off those blocks really quick, and they pressure the quarterback, and that's why Alabama is such a tough team, not only on offense, but you got to worry about them on defense, especially protecting your quarterback.
Especially in games like that. But I think the big stat right here, as I looked this up, Leonard Fournette, LSU running back, who his last 2 games, I believe he had over 250 yards in each game against one was against Ole Miss, and I think he was against both Mississippi teams. But it looked like he was finally starting to get it going after a rough start, but 30 yards. Wow. 30 yards the whole game. And that shows you how good this Alabama team is. So Alabama moves on. They play Mississippi State. So both highlights coming together here. So yesterday, Tuesday, the second college football rankings came out. And obviously with Texas A&M losing, there was going to be a new team fourth. Now, would it be Washington, like we all thought it would be last week? Ohio State, who mauled Nebraska, probably played the best they've had all season, the performance they needed. Or it could be somebody like Louisville, who came back after crushed Boston College after almost losing to Virginia. So here are those rankings coming up here, and they're pretty standard. And here we go here. Alabama, no surprise, staying with that number 1 ranking. I don't think anybody in their right mind would have picked Alabama. Clemson stays number 2 like they were last week, so they stay in. Clemson looked great against Syracuse. We'll talk about that game in a little bit. Number 3, the Michigan Wolverines. They crushed Maryland. They are crushing every single team. No team has really even challenged them all season. And then in number 4, right here, the Washington Huskies, well-deserved in the top 4 for the rankings. And guys, no surprises here. We're going to see the full rankings coming in, and then with the normal 4, Alabama, Clemson, Washington, and Michigan. You can see Brutus peeking his head out there, the bricks. Ohio State number 5, Louisville number 6. No, it was so unpredictable last week of what the rankings were going to be, and this week we have a solid 6.
It's great to see. As you said, Washington last week, as we thought maybe they would have squeaked their way in. It's great to see the Pac-12 getting some love now in the top 4. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it pains me to write in Alabama every single week. They are always in there. Like I just want them, someone to knock them off. Mississippi State, maybe.
Well,
maybe.
They play Auburn in 2 weeks, and Auburn's
see.
in the top 10.
We'll see.
We'll talk about these rankings here. Yeah, you were going to say something?
Well, we see Louisville at 6. They were at 7, and we've mentioned before that a lot of people, professionals, think that they have no chance of getting into the college playoffs. Do you guys think, is there any chance Louisville makes it into the top 4? And if so, what has to happen?
Calamity would have to happen.
It's literally strength of schedule, I believe.
And actually, I have the top 6. I have 5 of the top 6 full schedules for Louisville. I basically cut it down to the last 3. Home with Wake Forest this weekend. At Houston, who's dropped off. Now, early on in this season, that would mean that's a pretty good win. That might knock them back up. And then home with Kentucky. It's a rivalry game. I mean, we play it every year, so but Kentucky's not bad. They're going to be in the bowl game this year, at least I think, unless they dropped off. But no, I think somebody would have to lose twice. I mean, 2 wins.
You look at the other teams that other schools have to play. Michigan State, like you can't do that. Ohio State's going to push them out. If anything, I don't see it happening. I think they're going to stay at that 6th spot just because of Ohio State. Ohio State still has those 2 strong teams. Michigan State, kind of a little bit shaky, it seems like, and then Michigan obviously in the top 4.
And we actually have what we do every week is we the 3 of us plus Dylan Gaudet, who couldn't be here tonight, he's working. We put together our 6. We each put out a 6, and here it is right here. Alabama, Michigan. We all had Michigan number 2. All of us had Alabama, Michigan 1, 2. And Clemson got the 3 spot. It was actually a split decision of 3 and 4. Anthony and Dylan had Clemson 3, Washington 4, and Danny and I had Washington 3, Clemson 4. I just think that because Washington just looked great this season. But we gave it the edge to Clemson just because they're higher in the normal rankings, in the actual rankings. And we all had Ohio State 5 and 6. Ohio State and Louisville 5 and 6. But starting off here, we're going to break them all down. Alabama. We just mentioned it before, but there's just so much power on this Crimson Tide team. They're just impressive to watch. They have the wins. I mean, it really is incredible what they can do. I mean, they have wins over Texas A&M, Ole Miss, but any win in the SEC is a good win. And what Alabama can do, guys, is we're going to see in a couple of clips here what the front 7 can actually do, especially against a good team like Texas A&M 2 weeks ago.
And when you said Ole Miss, am I wrong when I say this? That is Chad Kelly out for the season?
He's out for the season.
Out for the season.
Oh, by the way, also Trevor Knight for Texas A&M. He's out for the season.
Wow.
So SEC quarterbacks falling by the wayside here. But with Alabama in that Texas A&M game, guys, that's a good offensive line that Alabama just ripped through. They beat them 33-14. And the way the Crimson Tide just went at him is just absolutely incredible. And a lot of people, and they were actually losing at one point in that game. They were losing by 1 point, but they ended up getting the win.
Yeah, Alabama, is saying they say roll Tide, and they keep rolling the Tide on everybody. And I'm excited to see, can Alabama have an undefeated season this year, win the entire thing, or who is going to be the team to finally find the crack in Alabama's armor and take over? And I don't know. I don't know who that team is, but if there's a team out there, I can't wait to see who it is.
Could it be Michigan? Michigan's crushed everybody. I'm looking at their schedule right here. Here it scores 63-3, 51-14, 45-28, 49-10, 14-7. That was against Wisconsin. 78-0, 41-8. Yeah. I wonder if that 78-0 was against Rutgers. And then they grinded out a good win against Michigan State on the road, a team they struggled to beat this decade. And then Maryland, they beat 59-3.
If anything, I just want to go off the point that Anthony was talking about. If any team could beat them, I think Auburn is that team.
In the regular season.
And yes, in the regular season. Just due to the fact that if that LSU game taught anybody anything, it's that you need to do what LSU did. To keep it 0-0 and go into the fourth quarter, like that's crazy. For a team like that, you'd think that they'd be putting up those 78 points.
And people are going to argue that Michigan's best win is Wisconsin. But they have at Iowa this week. Now, Penn State just crushed Iowa in State College. And Penn State's playing some great football right now. But at Iowa, it's always unpredictable. Actually, ask Penn State in 2008. They were ranked 3 in the country. Iowa knocked them off. So that's tough. Then they got Indiana at home. That's going to be a kill. That's going to be like 59-3 like they did to Maryland. Then, the big one, the game, Michigan-Ohio State in Columbus, a place that Michigan hasn't won since 2000.
That's crazy. I mean, obviously, always Michigan, Ohio State's going to be big, but to have this much weighing in on this game, is that a possible Ohio State making a jump in?
I tell you, it's basically a play-in game.
It is.
Because the team that's going to represent them in the college football playoff. Now, crazy scenario here, especially staying with the Big Ten teams. Let's just say Michigan loses to Iowa, and they lose to Ohio State, and Penn State wins out. The Nittany Lions are playing for the Big Ten championship, and that's something I don't think anyone would have said, especially after they lost to Pitt. So that's a doomsday scenario for the Big Ten, but I think Michigan's going to get the win over Iowa. But if it boils down to that Michigan, Ohio State, that's basically a playing game to keep watching.
And the game is on Thanksgiving weekend, so one team is going to eat. Let's just say one team's going to eat.
Well, former Ohio State players eating every week in the NFL. But and we got to talk about this Washington team because they have the game of the week this week. They're playing USC. College game days going up to Seattle. USC. They're actually new to the playoff rankings, 20th. Now I always feel like USC's always overrated, and because the media loves them. But USC quarterback change. They wanted their coach fired if they had started 1-3, but they've won every game since they lost to Utah on the Friday night back in September, and they're playing really well. But Washington at home, that offense is so good. I mean, it showed against Cal last week. Cal Berkeley, not Cal U.
I wish Cal. No, Jake Browning. He's a Heisman front runner, definitely. We also have to speak about that. I don't know if you have that worked in with the Lamar Jackson and all that stuff.
No, he's contending. I mean, I personally like me some Jabril Peppers from Michigan.
That's what I was gonna say.
Because that, like I said earlier, that dude's a bad man, and he tore at Michigan State. He ran a 2-point conversion. The Michigan State was trying to get a 2-point conversion at the 1-yard line. Michigan State take it right back.
Is he a linebacker?
He's everything.
He's
an athlete. He's a receiver. He's basically, if you guys ever seen clips of Charles Woodson when he played at Michigan back in the 90s, he is the closest thing to Charles Woodson. He runs the ball on offense. He takes punt returns. He takes punt returns back. He kills people on defense. He plays. I mean, he's everything. He's the prototypical position athlete when you see ATH on the sideline. But the USC Washington this week, 7:30. Gus Johnson, I think, is calling that game, so that's more motivation to tune in for that game.
Definitely motivation to tune in.
Yeah. So, but Anthony, the last team
we're listening to our.
We have an audience on the side. Apparently. What the heck?
Anthony, I'm gonna save this one for you here. The fourth team, Clemson. Clemson looked great against Syracuse. They needed it was 59-0 over Syracuse. But Deshaun Watson, kind of a scary moment for Clemson fans. He gets hurt in the first half. But Clemson's football Twitter tweeted out saying he's available for the second half, but he's not going to play. Just kind of like bubble wrapping him a little bit. But if he stays healthy, Clemson's as good as anyone. And they basically have a clear path until they play most likely Virginia Tech for the ACC title game.
Well, that's always going to be a tough one. But that win against Syracuse was very important because Syracuse, not a great team. Clemson should have beaten them by a lot, but to shut them out is definitely a great stat. To win 59-0, definitely proving yourself. But I think you're right. That Virginia Tech Clemson game is going to be one I'm definitely going to want to watch because, I kind of like both teams, both like Clemson and Virginia Tech. I don't know who I'm going to root for, but it's going to be a showdown between both teams. Virginia Tech's quarterback, I saw them play at Pitt. While Pitt's secondary wasn't great, their offense of wide receivers are spectacular.
That's some great wideouts. Isaiah Ford, he's the truth. Bucky Hodges, they moved him from tight end to receiver. He's 6'6", and you can have a 6'6" wide receiver who's a great athlete like he is. Good luck, especially that's gonna be a test for Clemson's defense. But we need to make mention of a team here that's kind of going under the radar because they don't play in a Power 5 conference. They actually played last night while everybody was watching the election. Everybody thought, ooh, Michigan's the hot topic. Michigan, who's going to win Michigan? Western Michigan beat Kent State, and they are undefeated. Right now, they are slated 21st in the college football rankings at 9-0. And right now, if they stay undefeated, they would play in a New Year's Six game.
I think, in my opinion, I haven't seen their schedule. I haven't seen anything like that.
Beat Northwestern.
Okay,
so that's their best win so far.
It's good. But if you're an undefeated team, you're getting love. You need to get love.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Obviously it's not Big Five.
And
so I think that's the only reason that the committee's not putting them up higher, or even the poll.
And they were losing 14-0 to Kent State last night, and they came back. They ended up winning 37-21. So they faced adversity. They have at Buffalo next week. That's going to be a kill. Big game, Toledo, who's actually playing tonight. They're playing Northern Illinois at the White Sox Stadium. So that's kind of fun. I think Northern Illinois was winning 7-0 last time I checked. So that will do it for college football. Stay tuned next week for when we dive into some more rankings. And who knows what could happen this week. We might have some more rankings. But to close out the after hours at 30, we're going to have a new game, Finish the Lyric, coming up next here on CUTV.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the Cal U student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI Farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
CUTV News Center is California University of Pennsylvania's award-winning student television newscast, your source for live, local, late-breaking news. Forecasts from the Cal U Weather Center, the region's latest entertainment news, Vulcan sports highlights and regional scoreboards, with television news coverage you can't get anywhere else. Watch it live Thursdays on CUTV and on demand. CUTV News Center, online all the time.
It's game time here on the After Hours at 30 special, and it's going to be a new game. So this game tonight, it's going to be two teams, kind of like the trivia format, but it's going to be called Finish the Lyric. Basically, I have this list of songs. I have 20 of them. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see if we get through all of them. But basically, I'm going to start out saying the lyrics to the song, and the person has to just get about a couple lines different. Depends on the song. So first team members, team 1's going to be Anthony and Danny, and team 2's going to be Brett and Steve. So first, guys, come on up. Both sporting red today. So, okay. First one. And then you have to raise your hand. But we went over this. So, for the audience. So, best of luck to everyone. Nothing can stop me. Yes.
I'm all the way up.
Up. And then Anthony gets the first one.
I like that. Which version was that actually?
What?
Was it the Jay-Z version or?
No. It was
Remy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, next one, Danny and Steve. Jumpman, Jumpman, Jumpman. Danny.
Them boys up to something.
Yep. Team 1, off to a good start again.
That's like your favorite song.
This one, I feel like might favor Brett here, so we'll see. Country roads.
Take
Brett.
me home to the place I belong.
Wow. I don't even need to say any more there. So, Team 2, back in it. All right. Whoa. If I was you, Danny.
I'd want to be me too.
Yeah. Team 1, another. Good old Megan Trainor. This is it's gonna be a tough one here. I kind of thought of this one while I was going through them. I really like this song. So, in New York, Brett.
Concrete jungle, where we are made of.
Where dreams are made of. I can't give that to you. So no point there for that one.
Do we have to stay up here? Or?
No, let's switch.
Get at it. What are you
Now,
doing, eh?
if you guys know me well, you will be able to
It's
get
Katy
this
Perry.
one.
No.
Here we go. Then tears of joy stream down my face. Anthony knows it.
It's I know the band.
But you gotta know the lyrics.
Is it Creed?
It is
Yeah,
Creed.
It's from Creed.
I but no points just for saying that. But
It's Creed.
But it's literally the last part. It's literally
I'm
song
listening
title.
to Creed though.
Mad Hagee.
Oh,
Something.
Can I step in?
Wait, hold on, wait. I know this too.
You just want them to go at it?
Yeah, let's just go at it. All right. So Anthony reacted to it first. So
I didn't know we could do that though. That's
hold
not
on.
fair.
Let's do a little switch of the rules here. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
okay,
For
fair
the
enough.
answer.
Look at that. That's good. Okay, here we go.
Best out of one.
Is that a one?
All right,
With arms wide open.
Team 1.
Yeah. Okay.
I was literally saying the song title is literally what over. I sang out on News Center one time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hey, it's on tape.
All right, so you guys better get this one, or I'm gonna be very mad at you guys. My mind's telling me no, Steve.
But my body.
Easy money for Team 2.
It's like Steve's favorite song.
Okay, recent song here. Because if you like the way you look that much, Brett.
Maybe you should go and love yourself.
Oh baby, you should go. I can't give that to you.
That was good. Because I'm glad you didn't get that one right.
Okay, so next one. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Oh.
Dan-
No, I'll give it
Steve?
to him.
Okay,
Up in here. Up in here.
got it.
All right, next time. Okay, never mind.
So now they're staying top 50
This
top
game's
50
close.
right here. Yeah, this is 4-3. It's a lot of very competitive. Very competitive. Here we go. Talk to me, baby.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna guess.
Yeah.
Talk to me, baby.
No.
Doesn't say it's a okay.
Nope.
No vote.
Brett,
No,
you
he
know.
was actually telling you to talk to us.
Oh, fair point.
I don't know what comes after that. I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. I'm going blind from this sweet, sweet craving. It's
I would
Cake
have
by the Ocean.
never got that.
Never got that.
Matt, why don't you ever talk to us like that?
I don't know. It's
Is it
a
that song?
really easy one right
Is it
here.
Cake by the Ocean?
Yes.
Oh, I know it.
What you literally have to say one word for this next one. This place about to, Steve.
Blow.
Yes.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No, I knew that was
Key dollar sign ha. So, Anthony, this question is tailored specifically for you.
Oh, God.
Okay?
No.
I'm awake. I'm alive. Yes.
Now I know what I believe inside.
You got it. Skillet. My favorite band.
Yes.
Not.
Yes.
I don't listen to that often.
Taylor.
What song was that from, Matt?
Awake and alive. Skillet.
Actually, I haven't listened to that one.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, you should. It's a good one. So, guys, better get this one. Better get this one. So, baby, pull me closer. Steve.
In the backseat of my Rover.
You got it.
Of my Rover? or
Wait, it's your Rover. You're right. It is your Rover. Good call. Good catch on that one.
Danny gets the point.
Man, this guy is stern.
5-4.
Wait, can Danny get the point?
What?
Can Danny get the point since he said your?
No.
No.
It's our point. It's cool.
I was just asking.
So we'll say 5-4 here. Okay, so
It makes me smart.
red solo cup. Anthony.
You fill me up.
No, it's yeah. Yeah, well, no point, but it's I fill you up. I fill you up.
Shouldn't have raised my hand.
Okay,
Come on, Anthony.
here we go. If I told you I loved you.
Oh.
Danny?
Would that make you want to stay?
Would it make you want to stay?
Can I say that?
I thought that's.
What did you say?
I definitely
guess
said
you
that.
did. Yeah.
I definitely said that. I said that.
know.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
You get confirmation here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
If
If
we
anybody
went
else
on
catches
that-
out,
if
we'll
we
just
went on that,
update
we'll give it to
update
you
the
guys.
score. Update the score.
If we
So,
win that, then you guys got it.
all right, let's see. Let's see which one you can do. Okay. This is "Baby, You Light Up My World Like Nobody Else."
I don't know the next line.
The way that you flip your hair gets me overwhelmed.
Yes. Yeah, you got it. Clutch. Fair by Anthony. One Direction.
No, he tried to hide that 1D is his favorite.
Yeah,
band.
he definitely
Is that right?
He tried.
And
know
Justin
you-
Bieber for you.
I know you.
Don't think you're off the hook either.
All right, let's see what we. No one can handle all this.
Nice playoff. I like that. I like that. Oh, my beard's itchy.
My neck beard's
No one can handle all this.
Was that your answer?
Literally have to say one word.
Flavor.
Power.
Guy Fieri.
Kanye West.
Town. USA.
So it's still 6-5. Team 1 still holding the lead here. Getting down to the nitty gritty here. Hello.
It's me.
Keep going.
I've been wondering
Yep.
about.
Oh.
If after all.
Hello. It's me. I was wondering after all these years if you'd like to meet.
Hello.
Yep.
It's me.
It's Matt.
Okay.
It's Matt.
X. Steve.
Don't give it to you.
That's all you need to say.
Oh, DMX. Shout
I
out
know.
Gary Smith.
2 DMX. Just 2 DMX on this one here. So, oh man, we're getting down really, really close down here. Let's see which one we can use. Okay. Salesman like.
Huh?
You guys literally think back to last year. What was the song that we used to play?
I know what the song is, but I don't know the lyrics.
Salesman like.
No idea.
No idea?
No idea.
Thank you, Danny.
Oh.
She said I got the one. Follow me. It's too weird.
All right, let's see. See what we got here. All right. All right. I'm not.
That could literally be any song.
I'm not Matt Hagee.
You're not, but
I'm
yeah.
not a perfect person.
No.
I'm not a perfect.
That's a lyric.
Well, it is. It is. Wasn't the one I was thinking of. Wasn't what I was thinking.
What are you thinking over there,
It's
Mr.
it's I'm not afraid. Eminem.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm not afraid.
Probably should have given the artist.
You should have said I'm not up because I would have said it.
Should get half a point.
6.5.
I used to rule the world. Think British band. Yes,
Seas would rise when I gave the word.
you got it.
Yes.
What song was that called?
Coldplay.
Viva la vida.
Oh, wow.
Old school here. Back in.
Black.
And he's wearing it too.
First one in a while. That is surprising that he got that.
All right. Exit light. Yes.
Enter Night.
Yeah, it is.
Sandman.
Team 1
And just
surging
like that.
ahead.
And just like that.
Oh man, I'm running out of them here. We're getting pretty low on the list here. Tight game. We have a grand finale one that's gonna be worth more than 1 point, but can't get to that one yet because we still have a couple more to go here. So let me think about which one I can use. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We said all of them except the one for the bonus, and I'm running out of.
You said 20.
It's 20-minute
There's
game.
15 right now on the board.
But let's see. It's
said there's
8-7.
what?
He said there was 20.
All right,
But we
so
also got a lot of
here we go.
True.
This is a long one. This is worth 2 points right here. Well,
This is the big one.
I mean, I'm gonna let you do that because.
All right, yeah. I got
All
it.
right, so
I respect
I'm
that.
gonna say one word. You guys have to finish it. Look.
I'm looking at you. Just keep going.
That's the word. Look.
Look where?
That's the first lyric of the song. Look.
Can you give the artist?
It's Eminem.
Okay. Now they have something to work with.
If you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip?
Got it. He got it. He got it. He got it. Team 1 gets the win, 10-7 over Team 2. Really, really competitive game. I have to remember to get more. I did not think we were going to get through all of them in that much time, but Team 1 gets the win over Team 2. Thank you to everyone watching After Hours at 30, and made a lot of episodes over this last year and a half.
Did you hear what he said?
What did you say?
That was really good.
Dude, I know
really
that. I
good.
sing that in my head when I walk out onto the football field and stuff.
Sorry, Matt. That
Like for
was really
CUTV,
good.
not
That
for
was really
football.
Good. That was really good.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
He knows.
I was just thinking in my head. I was literally just like, look, and I was like, if you had, and I was like, whoa. This is it.
It was worth the question, but I mean, that's why I wanted to say. Look,
if you had
look,
one shot, one opportunity.
But I should have really been tough and had you keep going. You know that would have been something. But thank you to everybody watching After Hours at 30 tonight. Everybody on the cast, to Ryan Kaufman for creating After Hours. We're looking to make a whole bunch of more episodes, and with the great crew we have, definitely we'll make it happen. So we will see you next week. Good night, everybody.